Good afternoon, sports fans, live from Panther Field here in Spring Lake Park. It's high school soccer first. The boys get on the field at Spring Lake Park as the Totino-Grace Eagles come to town, the number 3 team in the state at 3-1 overall, to take on the hometown Panthers at 6-1 overall. Both teams undefeated in North Suburban Conference play. A big early season matchup that some of the coaches even called maybe a conference championship early on if one of these teams can finish it off. Good afternoon once again. J.W. Cox alongside Rosie Erickson on North Metro TV. And Rosie, there was a lot of hype from especially the Totino-Grace coaches about how big this game could be.
Right. It's going to be fun to watch today because not only is it a tough conference, but these are two of the best teams, as both coaches are confident in the game today.
You look at those standings there, and we mentioned 2 undefeated teams in conference right here. St. Louis Park and Totino-Grace at the top. Irondale, they've yet to lose. They've also tied St. Louis Park also with that situation, 2-0-1, 4-0-1. And you see down there 5 teams down, 6 teams down, if I count correctly. Benilde St. Margaret at number 10 in the state, and they're just 1-1, so they've got off to a slow start. But that's the other thing these coaches said, Rosie. It's a very, very good conference, and there's a lot of teams that are going to fight. But if these 2 teams, one of them is going to get a victory here today, and if that team can go on and take care of business the rest of the way, set themselves up very well for a conference championship and a look at pretty good seeding in the playoffs coming up later on this fall.
Right, and all in all, this is a confidence builder for the teams. Tough teams today.
And the first kick is poked away by Spring Lake Park in white, all the way down to the goal where the goalkeeper, Brandon Hilliard, who's a very, very solid goalkeeper so far, has allowed just 2 goals this season. For Totino-Grace, a 3-0 team in conference, both teams with 6 wins and 1 loss overall. And it should be a good one defensively as well, Rosie. Both of these teams talked about how on the defensive side they can really pressure. And controlling the ball for the hometown Panthers might be one of the biggest keys to this game as we just get it started underway here in the first.
Exactly, especially since, you know, Totino-Grace, they're looking to attack a lot today. They're hoping to pressure the goalie for Spring Lake Park. So the defense is definitely going to have to pick it up today.
Another long clearing kick for the Panthers in white. Poked away and out of bounds on this near side. That's Bradley Moberg who kicked that out for Totino-Grace in blue and gold here on North Metro TV as we're just underway. And Spring Lake Park will start with it. Try and throw it in. A big wind up and run for Adam Dorman as you get the look at the starting lineups there for the Panthers. Bensad, Jansen, Lundgren, Frazier, Dorman who just threw it in, Vredenberg, Anderson, Pilan, Allen, Klimek, and Ruska. The starting 11 out there to start this match. Breakaway and the ball just cleared out. Totino-Grace a race for it, and it's scooped up by that near side goalkeeper, Austin Hedka, who will boot it away. So now the team with much of a shot. Both goalies have already touched the ball a couple of times. As we're just underway, 2 minutes into this one. Stolen away. Right there, solid defense, but poked out of bounds off the foot of Jason Richards, one of the captains for Totino-Grace.
Keep talking, White, keep talking.
New in Spring Lake Park off the official just a little bit. The players recover. Panthers attacking left to right here in their soccer field. I can already tell you, Rosie, those hash marks for football are going to get me a little bit.
Absolutely.
Looking at that as the out of bounds instead. But it's on this near side, and we'll fight through that here at the beautiful Panthers Stadium.
Perfect day for soccer, actually. The cool weather, I'm sure it's going to keep them calm and cool.
A little bit of sun as well to make sure they don't get just too cold out there. And a lot of fighting for the ball going on that far side. Spring Lake Park on the attack. Good pass to the middle. A shot coming up, and it's blocked away right in front of the net. It's been a big helping standpoint for Totino-Grace on defense. And the high kick actually ends up through the football uprights. As Spring Lake Park boots it out of bounds and will kick it out of goal. We mentioned Brandon Hilliard off the top and just 2 goals allowed. But talking with head coach Bill Vance, it's been the guys up in front that have helped take some of the pressure off him so far this season. You saw that right there as Hilliard prepares to kick out of his own goal. So the strong defense take any shot away from the Panthers. Panthers off a win against Osseo. Both teams with out-of-conference action prior to this one. Went the other way for Totino-Grace. They lost. There's the pass up front. A little bit of breakaway for the Panthers. Couldn't take the shot, and it's poked away again by the defense up front. Strong play there by Matthew Larson, the defender. Trying to get it up to Jackson Richard.
Nice ball, Isaac. Nice ball. Nice through.
And it was poked away. Moberg to throw it in again.
To the back of the truck. We just got to plug it in up here. Oh.
Fought through.
Yeah, it's plugged in.
And Spring Lake Park will try and center. Right around midfield. Eric Lundgren working with it. Long pass up front. Poked away by Totino-Grace. It's Eden Prairie who got the best 3-1 of Totino-Grace in their last match. Scored late at the end of the first half and kind of put a nail in the coffin of the Eagles in that one. They work along the far side trying to set up the offense for really the first time here. Centered into the middle, strong defense there. Out of traffic, the Eagles reset. Cleared up to Moberg.
Thus far, we're seeing a lot of great passing and communication out there, and seeing that both teams have a lot of seniors. They've been playing 3 or 4 years together, and we see that out there.
Know each other very well. There's Captain Nathan Frazier, who trying to move the ball up the field there for a moment for the Panthers. It was poked away. Got a lot of seniors on both sides, Rosie. That also means they've just been playing soccer for a while, so It's going to take a little while for these teams to feel each other out and find where there might be a hole. Ball over there in the corner for Richards.
Exactly, and both being top in the conference, I'm sure they've been studying up on each other's teams, you know, watching each other throughout the season, although it is early. I'm sure they know well how the coaches tend to work their teams.
As you see Richards there, he's a senior.
Come on, White, keep talking, keep talking.
4 points overall, 2 goals, 2 assists on the young season so far. Leading goal scorer for Totino-Grace, Nicholas Tandesky. He's the leading points man. He's got 6 goals and 4 assists. Leading goal scorers were Radjenovic and Zerbe, each with 7.
All right.
Frazier was trying to break it down the far side.
Good defense by Larson to wrestle it away. Spring Lake Park will toss it in from that far side. Braden Anderson, one of the captains, he'll control it. Strong pass up the field. Gabe Benson Johnson just couldn't hold it. And it'll come back the other way for Totino-Grace. Moberg to fire it in. Spring Lake Park able to control, but they can't move it too far up the field past midfield. And Rosie, you mentioned it in passing earlier, but you got a chance to talk with Coach Jake Smothers for the Panthers, and you mentioned controlling the soccer ball all throughout this game is going to be a big part of their attack and their success against Totino-Grace and the Eagles.
Exactly. He spoke about how their midfielders are their strongest point, and that is a great strength to have as midfielders since they play all around the field.
Richards tosses it in. Finds Joshua Radonovich off to this near side. 7 goals, as we mentioned, on the season. Couldn't get a shot of the pass there in Spring Lake Park. A lot of white jerseys. Crushing in front of the goal. Able to push it away. Nice pick there to slow it up.
How's that?
Tandesky able to grab it. And it's stolen right away there.
32.
3-quarter field and kicked up. And it'll have to be picked up by Hilliard, the goalkeeper. You get the feeling here for the first 8 minutes or so that this game might come down to just 1 goal, maybe 2 scored overall. So if somebody can find a crease, somebody makes a mistake, and the other team capitalizes, that could decide it here early.
Exactly. This intense, you don't expect a high-scoring game. But as you see, it's really back and forth so far.
Shot possibly on that left side. Good quick defense to get down there for Spring Lake Park. That was Adam Pilon, one of the senior defensemen. Made sure that Richards couldn't get the shot off on the leading pass here. The throw in near the net. No contact. A couple of Eagles run into each other, and Cameron Miller will track it down on the far side. And it goes out of bounds off the Panther. So a big chance here in their offensive zone for the Eagles.
And Totino has a great opportunity, not only because they're on this side, but the keeper has the sun in his eye a lot right now, and so this is their chance to really shoot.
Shot just wide of goal. And for now, the Panthers will survive. As the kick will come out of goal. Up forward, some good passing, and then a good poke away by the defender, Jack Conroy. Eagles can't control to come back to the Panthers. No score here in the first half. 29:55 to go. And the number 3 team, Totino-Grace, the Panthers, who right now sit atop undefeated with one more win in conference than the Eagles. Both of these teams went to the sectional semifinals last year. Totino-Grace ended up the number 10 team in the state at the end of last year. Panthers a very strong season at 13-3-3. 9-1-0 in conference. Not find their way into the state rankings. The throw in front of the net. Possible shot, couple of ricochets. And the Eagles come away with it. So a good opportunity there. A bounce goes your way, and the Panthers could be up 1-0, but instead the Eagles get it. And they're stolen right away. Nearly taken right back by Anderson. The Eagles kick it ahead. It's going to roll out of bounds past the running Radjenovich, who we haven't seen get a shot off so far. So a quick opportunity in front of the goal for the Panthers, and they couldn't capitalize. And now they'll have to go nearly the length of the field to try and get it again. Aggressive play there for Nathan Frazier to try and pick that one off early on the throw-in.
Seeing a lot of long passes by the Eagles. That is because, I believe, because the Panthers are doing a lot of one-touch passing. Great communication there.
Good save, he thought, on that far side, but actually did step out of bounds, and so the Eagles will take over. Another time taking over deep into Panther territory. Good fight there at the 3/4 mark of the field. Eagles win over to the left side for Richards. Long shot wide of the goal. And the Panthers will come back the other way. 28 minutes to go here in this first half. No score on North Metro TV. J.W. Cox alongside Rosie Erickson, Totino-Grace in Spring Lake Park. Each of these teams has taken a loss out of conference as the Panthers 1-on-2 there. Couldn't quite get to it, but it's going to roll out the corner. It's going to be Panther ball from that corner. Just a toss in from down deep, but they'll have a chance here again in on their goal. You see Nathan Frazier, one of the captains, is going to set up right in front of the goal. Gabe Bissad Johnson on the weak side. He almost got to that, but it's popped out by the Eagles. Stolen right back. Good play. Another shot to the front of the goal. And the Eagles with strong defense again. Panthers will go right back on the attack. That was Braden Anderson who kept that play alive with the second shot towards the front of the goal. Good defense.
There's a lot of great passing, collapsing at the goal, but just couldn't finish there.
Out of conference loss for the Panthers came at their first game of the season all the way back on August 23rd. Stillwater area. It was the Stillwater tournament that they were in. They won their next game of that tournament, but they lost that opener 3-0. And that's a very good 2A team. Long pass out in front, one-on-one, won by the Eagles and Jack Conroy. So they'll clear it out. Panthers up to Gabe inside Jansen. Lost possession out towards the side, and he poked it away.
There you go, there you go. Win it, come on, pick it up, pick it up.
That rather was Eric Lundgren. Poked that out. Couldn't come up with a loose ball. Fight for it right along the sideline. Both players to the ground. And they're going to give that one off to the Eagles.
Good effort, Mom. Well done.
Bradley Moberg's going to kick it from just inside midfield. Go up the left side. It's Richards' territory all day so far, trying to go one-on-one to get close to the goal. He's tripped up. Found his man, found the goal, and there's the score for Totino-Grace. Richard goes to the ground, but found his teammate Ryan Zerbe, the captain, with another goal, his 8th of the season, and it's 1-0 for the Eagles.
The assist by Richards, what an assist that was. You know, he was going down on the ground. We'll look at the replay here. Passed that perfect pass to Zerbe, making that first goal, putting them on the scoreboard, 1-0.
Some of the teammates might have thought that right here, when you see Richards kind of fall without getting everything on that pass, it's not what he's been intending to do, but Zerbe, right place, right time, and found the side of the net. 1-0, the Eagles take that early advantage, so now the Panthers, still with a lot of time, but they've only had a couple of shots on goal here in the first 14 minutes. Richards, the assist, as Rosie mentioned. It's his 3rd assist of the season. And he's been working that left side all game, as we mentioned. Finally comes away with the goal. Panthers now see how they can respond. Get it to some of their goalkeepers and their scorers.
Seems as if, you know, you get tripped up in front of the goal, and it usually benefits you because it confuses the goalkeeper.
Long run out, and the goalie comes all the way out to stop that as it was off to the races. And it looked like, I think that was Dorman that was headed down. Actually, Nathan Frazier, excuse me. So a good job by Hilliard to recognize that situation and pick it up. Same thing on the other side. The goalkeeper doesn't get there. A big hustle play by Josh Radjanovich, sliding in to poke it away.
Adam Pilon was looking to let the keeper grab that, but, you know, that was a risky play right there. As you saw, Eagles were able to slide and kick that ball away.
Radjanovich running right there with Pilon. 1-0, the Eagles score. Their leading scorer, Ryan Zerbe.
Go, White!
Assist from Richards. Pass up ahead. Gabe inside Jansen, 1-on-3, trying to get the pass to the middle. It's poked away. There is Lundgren on the right side. Takes the shot and just over the top. Thought for a moment that might find its way down under the top bar, but it popped too high. Good shot from Lundgren.
Panthers are looking eager to respond here, you know, and that was a great opportunity, just a bit high.
They'd like to get back even. He'll take the corner kick from this near side. That'll be Ben Allen. Put it in play. Lundgren's right in front of the net. Tries to head it right in. And it's too wide. And that is off of him, so it'll be an Eagle kick from the goal. Good crowd here in the shade below us. They've come bundled up as it's just going to get cooler here on this night. But as Rosie mentioned earlier, a beautiful night down on the field. Stolen right away. To the ground, tripped up and whistled. And I think we're going to have a kick for Nathan Frazier as he was tripped up by an Eagle on his way towards the goal.
I think they're going to let Braden Anderson, one of the captains as well, take that free kick. We'll see. They might trick them.
Got 3 guys, as you see, huddled there with inside Jansen as well as Allen. And I think they're going to let Allen take care of it. He just had that corner kick. Setting up, and they send Frazier down closer to the goal. Everybody stacked on the left side. Inside Johnson's still there. So maybe still some trickery. And it is going to be Bensad Johnson, kick right to the front of the goal. And an Eagle got the foot on it as everybody in mass made it from left to right for the Panthers. Kick coming up front. And this time it's picked up by the keeper, Hedka. Brad Genovich, the top scorer for Totino-Grace. The only time we've called his name, though, in some of those kickouts. Spring Lake Park. Attacking, didn't get a shot. Now they'll try and reset from midfield. Controlled there by Anderson. Up front, and the Eagles take it away. Lundgren swipes in to get it. And a Panther goes to a knee. I think that'll get us a kick from right there. Just this Panther side of midfield. Long towards the goal and out of the air. Plucked by the goalkeeper.
Watch the overlap. You run, watch it.
Eagles lead it 1-0. Coming up on 20 minutes to go in this first half. Panthers a couple of chances. They've had a corner kick, a couple of breakaways towards the goal. Unable to capitalize just yet. Some tough defense in front of the net for the Eagles. Coming up, a game on the road for the Panthers at Chisago Lakes. And then they take on a number 2 ranked team at the 2A level, Centennial. Going out of conference again. It'll be that Stillwater area team for Totino-Grace in 2 games. Breakaway up towards the front of the net, but the kick slid right into the waiting arms of Hilliard. Good move here on this near side for Richards to clear some space. Doesn't do much with it, pass to the far side. There he finds Steely. Able to get it past midfield. Pushed it up, man on this near side. Breakaway, 1-on-1 into the goal. This time he got his own for Jackson Richards. An assist and now a goal, left all alone 1-on-1 with the goalie, and that's never a good place for that goalkeeper to be.
All alone. This side, Richards takes that goal like it was his own. Perfect shot there. You know, Ruka was looking to attack that, but not soon enough. Once again, you saw that long pass from far side, getting Richards near side, taking that quick one-touch hit. No problem there, scoring that goal.
I couldn't catch the number, Rosie, but that touch pass in the middle of that long pass that you mentioned, just with the back of the heel, set Richards up, redirected the ball just enough.
And he was all alone.
I think that might have been Zerbay down there with that, so returning the favor. Those two have hooked up on a couple of goals now. And it's 2-0 in Totino-Grace. They're out early. Trouble for the Panthers. As that one popped up into the hand of Zerbay. Trouble for the Panthers, maintaining possession, as we mentioned, was going to be a big key. They've relinquished possessions a couple of different times, and they've turned into breakaways. Here, a breakaway for the Panthers. The net was open, but Frazier couldn't stay on his feet, tangled up with the goalie.
You know, the Panthers are getting some shots on goal, but the goalkeeper for Totino is just that great. Nelson, you know, as we spoke to the coach, is really good as a keeper. As you see on this replay, we see the Panthers almost getting there, just not soon enough. Nelson, goalkeeper for Totino, made it out on time to deflect that last shot. And we really see the Eagles picking up the intensity. You know, they're moving it a lot more, passing it near side, far side, switching fields.
And you know, got the lead at this point, all the momentum, and they're trying to keep it that way.
Exactly.
Everybody knows you spot yourself a 2-goal lead here in the first half of any match, and you can play things a little more wide open. They don't need to change much. Here with 17:38 to go in the first. Fight forward along the edge. Panthers come away with possession. Need to find some sort of offense here quickly. Stop the bloodletting just a bit.
The pressure sometimes gets you when you are looking to respond instead of maintain, you know, because the Eagles right now are just looking to maintain their lead. And as you see the Panthers having to respond here, see if they can.
Another one of those long passes. Look for inside Jansen on that near side. Has it poked away, and the Eagles will control again. Panthers' time in their own zone is very limited. Has been so far. Lundgren tries to find the middle. Braden Anderson working one-on-one. Pass off to the right, had a man there, a little strong, but there to try and get it is Koenig, and it's picked up.
Great look, just not the right position.
That was Allen, excuse me. And you'll get another look at that. The pass, they're trying to go to Allen on this right side. He was out and free, but that time just a little bit too strong for him, and the goalkeeper could beat him to it. And the Panthers will have the throw in from this near side. Eagles up 2-0. Zerbay and Richards hooking up for a pair of goals, 1 goal each, and the assist to the other. Good one-on-one work there on the sideline by Frazier. And he's doubled up as he maintains it up the right side. Shot towards the goal, going wide. Looking for maybe Gabe Jansen over there, who was streaking down the left.
Frazier showing some great footwork and then looking to take that assist, I believe. You know, he had a great pass there, just no one there.
Panthers have to find a way to keep it in their scoring zone. So far, that's been tough. Poked out again, but they'll get to throw it in front of the Totino bench. It'll be Pilon. And that's just a bit of an errant pass, and you can hear some of the consternation from both the coaches and the fans after that one. But the Panthers will get it back on the far side. On midfield again, trying to attack to the right. That's Allen. Working one-on-one at it, poked away. Recovers back towards the middle of the field. Trying to find a pass to the middle and finally does on the left side. Stolen away by an Eagle. Good clearing pass out of there by Cameron Miller. The Panthers will start over from where they were just a moment ago. 2-0 with 14:25 and counting. Blocked out of bounds on the far side. It's just the second time in their 7 games that Spring Lake Park has allowed 2 goals. The other time, they allowed 3 to Columbia Heights, but scored 11. Didn't matter quite as much.
Right.
There have been some high-scoring affairs already. All but one game, their 1-0 victory over Rochester Century for the Eagles. And they've scored multiple goals in all of their games except that. So they keep that trend alive here. All of their wins, that is. They only scored 1 in that loss to Eden Prairie.
We don't expect this game to be too high scoring, but the skill level is there. It's pretty obvious both teams have great players on there. And, you know, to give credit to.
If one team makes a mistake, the skill is definitely there to make them pay for it, and we've seen that a couple of times. And the Panthers to kick from the far side. Yeah, but if they can get a goal right here, there's still 13 minutes left in this half. It'll change the complexion of everything that's happened so far. And that pass deep to the front of the net. The goalie was on his back for a moment. The Panthers couldn't get to the ball, and a nice job of clearing out by the Eagles to let their goalie reset. Very aggressive play on both ends. Aggressive kick from out of bounds towards the goal. An aggressive play by Hilliard to come all the way out to try and snag it. Lundgren there to pick up the loose ball. Up to Allen on the right. Couldn't control the pass. Ball back to the middle. It's Noah Vosen there with those bright orange cleats. Controlling the middle of the field. And he'll clear right back, but right to Lundgren.
All right, Noah. Way to follow up.
It's not what the Panthers are looking for. The ball just popping back and forth across the midfield stripe. There's a move by the Panthers.
We had to go to 5 and 6.
4-on-4. Pass forward, poked away. Just can't win so far with the even numbers for Spring Lake Park. And Walker Thiele will poke it out of bounds. Panthers. A very familiar location where they've been at quite a few times. Along that far side, and now they'll get a little closer towards the goal for this throw-in.
Even though the Eagles have their lead, they're keeping their pressure up. You know, you see Panthers really trying to collapse on their goal, but their defense for Totino is just that good.
Toss in front of the net, poked away. A couple of times off the heads of a couple of Panthers, but they could never get a shot. Now it's back to midfield. Eagles trying to work a break. There's a slide. Two players end up on the floor, no whistle. And a shot coming up ahead on the right side. Try to get it back to Allen, streaking forward off the foot of Braden Anderson. Couldn't find that connection. Talked about the defense of Spring Lake Park not allowing 2 goals in any game but one, but they've also averaged 5 goals per game in their victories, so they're a team that can score. Their loss, the only time they've been shut out. Long clearing kick for Spring Lake Park, all the way. The other goalie has to pick it up on a couple of bounces. Rude Canal trying to return the favor. Shift the field. Lining kick out to the midfield. Frazier over to Lundgren on the near side. Back to Frazier, who clears it out. DeLon, the defender, up to the middle, and then a pass towards the front of the net, but nobody home. Almost a bit of desperation for Bradenburg there.
Looking to take that header, just, you know, maybe not enough.
Nearly a breakaway there. Solid defense by the Panthers to make them reset.
Pretty much the last 2 shots the Eagles took, they made. So I'm sure the Panthers are just looking to keep it on the other side.
And we mentioned the Panthers in the situation they don't want, with the ball crossing back and forth across the midfield stripe. All things being equal, the Eagles wouldn't want that either, but they've got that 2-0 lead. Here another breakaway for Richards on the left, looking to find an opening. One-on-one as it's stolen away. There again, it's Zerbe in front of the net, but it's finally poked out by the Panthers. Richards and Zerbe on that left side. That's where both the goals have come from. One a breakaway and the other worked free. Lundgren up front. Finally has a man down the field on the right side. One-on-one this time for Frazier, and it's going to be rolled out to the corner. And I think he'll let Dorman toss that one in. Let's see if Panthers can do something to set it up. As you look at the senior Dorman, a couple of points, a goal and an assist this year. Tossed in, and it's poked out, and you hear the applause from the Eagles faithful off to our right, because they have seen some great defense in front of the net. Eagles couldn't clear it all the way out. Strong individual effort there by Koenig. And now the Panthers will toss it in from the opposite side.
quite an arm, though. He got it right to where it should go, and that's
deep he
impressive.
starts.
Dorman there.
Long run up on the track, got it to the front of the net, but the header just wide. So we kicked out a goal by Hilliard. As you look at the Totino-Grace Eagles right there in the number 3 in Class A boys soccer, Prairie Seeds, a team that knocked Totino-Grace out of the sectionals last year. St. Paul Academy above them. See Benilde St. Margaret at number 10. They've dropped a little bit because they've lost a couple of games already. Lost a game and tied a game. Number 3 team right now on top of the unranked Panthers. As that one goes out of bounds right there. The Eagle ball. Moberg's going to kick this one in. Goals on the left side for both times for the Eagles. Everybody congregated on that right side of goal this time as Moberg fires it over. Look for the header towards the goal. Head comes back to the middle of the field. Still have it in front of the goal for Zerbay. And an errant pass is stolen away by Lundgren. Up the field, just one Eagle at home. Looking to control it midfield. Plays catch with Allen up on the right side. And it's stolen away in the middle of the field by Vosen. So the Eagles clear it out. Force Rutka to pick it up. Fake the throw, he'll line a kick to midfield where it's picked off by the Eagles. Moving forward, Zerbay had it poked away. And again, Rutka very busy coming up out of the goal. Under 6 to play, so if they're going to make a move here in the first, the Panthers have to hurry at this point. Two goals in the first for the Eagles very early on.
Just two, I think.
Good passing along the sideline. Panthers will maintain it. Under 5 to play. You see Dorman, specialist, tossing it in. I wonder if he could, if that fence wasn't there, if he'd run all the way back up that grassy knoll and then run
right
down. It's a big run up. Header comes just out to the left of the net. All of the toss-ins towards the net, Rosie, so far, and even the corner kick, looking exclusively for the header. And of course, you see a lot of that.
And they're getting it there. It just, they're not able to finish right now. You know, the Totino's defense is doing so well thus far.
As you look there at the schedule after this, we mentioned at Chisago Lakes, and then out of conference to Centennial, back in conference versus Fridley, a team that's struggling just a bit at 1-3 in North Suburban play. That's the schedule for the Panthers. And we mentioned the coach is saying this is a big test. Whoever comes out on top on this one be in the driver's seat for North Suburban Conference Championship. Spring Lake Park ended up tied for first last year with St. Louis Park in Benilde. Fourth place finish for Totino-Grace behind those 3 teams packed at the top.
Pressure, Eagles, pressure.
Along the side, the pass for Allen on that far left side. It's Koenig, Allen on this near side, right in front of the goal. Man beat towards the goal, and the shot to that far post, and down to the ground for the save for Hilliard.
Bensad Jansen, I believe, trying to work it around all the defenders. He got through 3, took the shot, saved by Hilliard once again, but it looked like he was a little upset with that one, maybe out of bounds.
Bensad Johnson, 10 goals on the season so far, quiet here with the rest of his teammates. Offensively, without a good opportunity. He'll get it again on that left side. A little bit of a breakaway as the defender over pursued on the shot. And the shot on goal is off to the left.
Creating opportunity at this point, you know, only 2.5 minutes left in the first half. You know, at least they're creating that opportunity, and taking shots just haven't been efficient yet.
It's Jansen, the senior captain, as you saw there, with 10 goals and 4 assists. Leads the way with 14 points. The next closest, Nathan Frazier, with 9 points. Vosen in the middle. He's been pesky out there, not a starter for this Eagles team. He's been right out there in the middle of things. And Rosie, you talked about that early on, Spring Lake Park, their strength, the midfielders. And they just haven't been able to assert that as a strength here against some of that play of Vosen in the middle. Just pesky to knock everything down, so they can't, they being the Panthers.
Exactly. You know, we have seen the midfielders doing well. It's just like we said, Totino's doing really great at keeping that pressure.
Breaking up whatever they try to do. Not a lot of those smooth transitions across midfield. And now we've got Bouchard Jansen talking with the official, and he's going to win that argument. I think it's going to be Panther ball. And it is.
They're all a little upset out there.
Throw comes in, hit the back of a player. And now the whistle comes off. And it's going to go back to the Eagles. So it was a short-lived victory on the argument for the Panthers. They couldn't convert. And the kick will come from deep on that far right side of goal. Jack Conroy to boot it away. Panthers trying to get back on the attack. A minute to go. Under a minute to go, excuse me. 30 seconds left in the half. Left side, into the middle. Totino-Grace. 1-on-3 on the left side. It's poked away. And there again is Richards. 10 seconds left in the half. Panthers maybe one last chance, running it down towards the goal. And it's going to be scooped up there by Hilliard. And that is how we were going to end things in the first half. All Totino-Grace, 2-0, 2 goals in the first 20 minutes. And they take away the 2-0 lead at half over the Spring Lake Park Panthers. Are going to have to make some adjustments and come out quickly in the second half to get back in this game. At the half on North Metro TV, 2-0. Spring Lake Park trailing Totino-Grace and the Eagles.
Known for its vineyards and hilltop villages, Umbria is also known for its delicious tasting pizza. Made traditionally from the finest ingredients, Umbria Pizzeria will make you taste the difference, smell the love, and transport you to Italy.
La cena è pronta.
Dinner's ready.
You might even begin to feel like an Italian.
Delicioso.
Umbria Pizzeria, turning taste into memories.
If you need seamless gutters, whether the job is large or small, you can say,
I know a guy!
For your full-service landscaping, you can say,
I know a guy!
If you need commercial or residential lawn care, you can say,
I know a guy! I'm Charlie Walker, and if you need professional seamless gutters, landscaping, and lawn care, you can say, I know a guy!
With gold at all-time high, take that rope and say bye-bye. Earrings, bracelets, rings, and chains, we buy gold at your exchange. Don't send your gold to someone strange. We buy gold at your exchange. Spring Lake Park, Frilly, Blaine, we buy gold at your exchange.
Join Ben Hale every Friday on North Metro TV News.
Worth it. Back with you at Spring Lake Park, Panthers Stadium. J.W. Cox alongside Rosie Erickson on North Metro TV. We've got a 2-0 Totino-Grace Eagles lead. And Rosie, both of those teams, they talked about some strength as far as pressuring the goalkeeper, specifically for Totino-Grace. And we'll see here, they just got a couple of shots. The first shot there, Richards with the little touch pass to Zerbay to pick up the first goal in the 14th minute of this ball game. And then the second came here. It was Richards getting his own off the touch pass from Miller. And so 2 chances where they've really had a chance to pressure the goalkeeper, Rosie, and they have converted on both of those chances. And there you saw the shot, one of the shots, maybe just about a handful for Spring Lake Park that they got towards the front of the net. And they were unable to convert. And that's one thing that we were talking about off the air, Rosie, the fact that even those Totino-Grace maybe not pressuring as much as they've wanted to,
right,
when they've got that pressure, they have made it pay off.
They've been a success, exactly. And, you know, that's one thing the coach said the strength of the game today was hoping to pressure the other team, which is the Panthers. They're hoping to pressure the goalie as well. And they've been doing well. You know, they haven't necessarily pressured them hard on goal, but they've been really successful and efficient.
And so here we go in the second half, in which the Panthers are going to look to get out to a quick start. So far in this season, they've averaged 5 goals per game in their victories with that 1-3-0 loss, their only shutout. And they've only allowed less than a goal per game in those victories as well. And so something will have to change here. They'll have to get back to that form in this second half, at them scoring in bunches and holding teams off the scoreboard. Spring Lake Park now will attack right to left. Bit of a trip there, a little bit more of a dive than an actual trip as Zerbay went to the ground. And you take a second look, minimal contact, well, maybe a little bit more than I thought.
Yeah. 2-hand, but it didn't look aggressive. It just looked like he was there.
You're a basketball player. If somebody pushes you like that in basketball, you stay on your feet. But
exactly.
It's a different game. As the Eagles trying to look for that pressure in their offensive zone. And the struggle for the Panthers in the first half was getting it and keeping it across that midfield stripe. To form any sort of attack. And now the Eagles.
Handball there on the Panthers. So that's a tough position to get a handball because the Eagles are going to have a
pretty good penalty kick placement there.
Exactly.
So Zerbay with 2 points in the first, a goal and an assist. Excuse me, Richard with 2 points, a goal and an assist. Zerbay with the goal, and Miller with an assist as well to wrap up kind of those first half scoring.
Great defense there as the wall for the Panthers blocked that.
Panthers able to avoid that good positioning, but the loose ball comes out to the side, shot to the front of the goal, a header, now up to the front again, and it'll just drop down on the netting on top of the crossbar.
The right idea. Exactly, the right idea there, as you see once again, taking a long pass, looking for the open positioning. The player had a great header there, just a bit high and wide.
Good pass from Miller, then Tandeschi off the header. You see him right there kind of floating in the middle of the goal in front of the net, looking to see if that ball would come down. Never did, and the Panthers come back the other way. Panthers got to get those goal scorers involved. And top scorers, Gabe Bensad Johnson, Nathan Frazier. They didn't call their names too much. Bensad Johnson had a chance late in the first half. Shot goes, and I think a couple of Panthers ran into each other.
Tripped up a bit.
So Hilliard now moving from left to right. He'll actually give up the kick out of goal. 2-0. You're Totino-Grace. If you go about 10 minutes or so and Panthers still haven't scored, you get into that ultimate just waste this game away. Up by 2. So the Panthers, it's imperative that they at least attack and keep the pressure on here in these first 10. And so far without a shot in this half. Dorman, one of the senior starters, kicking towards the goal. They got it right in on the goalie, an aggressive play to pop it out, and Hilliard does so. And the Eagles give him a chance to recover by booting it out of bounds on the far side. And Spring Lake Park, though, still with a chance to attack, and Dorman will do it again from that side. Get that big run up. He's got Allen on the right side of goal. Instead, a high arcing pass in towards the front of the goal. Lundgren couldn't get the head on it, and it's popped away by an Eagle. Dorman has to track it down back to midfield. Klimek up the right side. And a whistle. And it's going to come back the other way. So the Panthers spoil a couple of opportunities in their own zone. Or in the offensive zone, rather. As you look at Hilliard, the junior goalkeeper, 5 for 5 so far today. As he saved this fifth shot right here to start this second half. Now a shot on goal is just poked away. And as we talk about the other goalkeeper, there you see again the goalkeeper, Austin Rudka. And he might have just got the fingertips on that enough to pop it up and over the crossbar.
Right, Zerbay coming in with a big kick there. Great shot, but great goalkeeping as well. I feel like he just nicked that there. We'll look once again. Zerbay with the shot. No, it was just a bit high.
Just kept rising a little too fast. So fortunate there that the Panthers aren't down 3-0. To finish that point on Hilliard, though, coming into the game, 10 of 14. 71% of shots that he had saved so far this year. Panther went down to the ground. That opened up a bit of room for Cameron Miller along the right side. Brings it all the way up the field. Pass a little bit too strong. The Panthers look to control, but they can't ever quite get it all the way out of their zone. Now they do. Looking for the short pass that time to be able to run it out under a little more control. And there it's cleared away, but a whistle. And I think a little too much infighting there. Contact from an Eagle on a Panther, and so the Panthers will kick it away, 3/4 length of the field. A little less. Down 2-0. Long shot from Lundgren. Goes deep out of the back. Frazier, one of the top goal scorers for Spring Lake Park. He's been quiet today. Eagles with it on the far side. Attacking to the middle. That's Jackson Richards. It's all over the place in that first half. The 2 points. Pass to the middle. Zerbay couldn't control it, so it goes up to the Panthers. Sling it wide, now a foot race to the ball on the left side. A real quick close there for Nathan Frazier. He made it a tough play. It was poked out of bounds. That'll keep it in the offensive zone for the Panthers, so a good hustle there by Frazier is going to set up in the middle of the field next to the goal. Dorman again.
Sure, they're going to be looking to take a header here. Dorman throwing it in.
The front of the net. Header was just missed. Still the loose ball, and the goalie dives out on the far side. So Hilliard plays very
Great
aggressive.
Effort. Exactly.
He will come out of that goal without hesitation.
He sacrificed the body. As you guys see, just the header was just a little miss there. Hilliard jumping out right into the mix.
He knew he had his player right behind that So he knew the shot wasn't going to come quickly at him, so he knew he could jump on that ball. Again, it's pushed out of bounds out the back. It'll be the kick from Moberg. Almost reached that 10-minute mark here in this first, that we mentioned. Things held status quo in this half at 2-0 through the first 10. Totino-Grace starts thinking a little more about just clock management and spinning it down. Playing conservative. Pass towards the front. Goes off of a midfielder. So that almost turned into a good shot for the Panthers, but they couldn't convert. Matt Bradenberg just a little bit wide to the right on that shot. Senior midfielder. Take a look at hits off Boston right there at the beginning of that high line. Bradenberg was right there to get it, and the shot just forced wide.
With the Eagles' pressure, it seems like they're just looking to take those shots, one shot after another, not necessarily looking for the efficient, most successful shots.
Panthers didn't have numbers, so they slow it up. To the far side.
No turn, no turn.
Frazier with it in the corner, fighting one-on-one. Strong defense, looking to get it back towards the front. Lundgren had it for a moment. The second attempt, no good.
Great pass by Frazier from the far side. Passing it right to the middle to Lundgren. Just a little miss hit there. As you see once again, Frazier passing it from far side right to the middle. Lundgren had a little miss hit just behind the ball.
Ben Allen tried to clean it up. Another foot race. Put the ball down the other end. It's going to go out. So some near misses. A lot of shots in that first half for Spring Lake Park. Now one more, two more really, if you go back to that Bradenberg attempt off the quick change. And it's going to be a corner kick from this near side. Jackson Richards going to set up to take it. And they'll just get the pass right back. Richards working on the right side, splits two defenders, trying to find his way to the front of the net. Trickles the ball up front, and it's picked up by Rudka. Clears it out with the arm. The sun inching back from behind a couple of clouds.
Hey, Station 12.
Frazier, good individual effort down there, but it was 1-on-4. Had to wait for the teammates. Now he's got it again on that far side. Look for the pass. It's poked away.
Hockey.
Along the near side, the Eagles come back with it. Zerbay, a chance at it for a moment. And they're going to say Rudka got to that. They say it's going to be an Eagle ball down here along the line. You see that last save from Rudka as the ball just trickled in off the foot of Zerbay. A good job by the senior Rudka to keep his eye on the ball through a lot of traffic, and a corner kick coming up for Zerbay. This one a true corner kick to the front of the net. Goes a little deep, only Panthers home for that. So now the Eagles recover and they'll keep it on this side of the field. Under 27 to play. Lawson works with it on that far side left. It's poked out off of Lundgren.
Eagles maintaining a lot of the possession right now.
And that's what we talked about as you come up 2-0 with 26.5 minutes to go. You can just focus on maintaining possession. There was a shot. Zerbay tried to get the header, but right into the breadbasket of Rudka.
See a great throw in by Richards. Once again, the duo to Zerbay having a great header, just not enough there.
Panthers can't control. Frazier had it poked away. And a whistle. And go back the other way. I don't think a hold. A handball, excuse me. Off the hand there of Nicholas Tandeschi. See Rudka with a couple of saves. He has given up the 2 goals, just 4 shots against him. Hilliard on the other side has been much more tested, as he scooped it up and cleared it out there for the Eagles. Back to midfield. Vossen with it as Lundgren hit the deck. Zerbe, a long way away from the goal. Long pass is picked off by the Panthers. Look at the long pass themselves. Out ahead, they've got a man. Frazier was all alone, and it's booted out. It's going to be Panther ball deep in their own territory. Deep in Eagle territory, excuse me. Frazier's going to go set up at the middle of the net. Come back, and it'll be Dorman to toss it in as per usual. Allen on this left side. Really fighting for position along the net. Going for Frazier, and they couldn't get the toss in all the way to him. Poked away by an Eagle. Panthers will reset. Stolen away by the Eagles. Strong play on that far side by Richards. Up ahead he goes. Panthers have to fight for the ball. And it's going to scoot out along the back corner. Good pursuit by by Nicholas Tandeschi for the Eagles. It will be Eagle possession. Towards the front of the net, they can't maintain. Panthers will look for Frazier downfield. It's poked out. Panthers will restart. Coming up on 24 minutes to go in this one. 2-0 Totino-Grace. They scored.
Guys, everything in the air is ours.
14th minute and the 20th minute. It's been very quiet in scoring. Shot goes towards the goal, and I think that was up and over, but for good measure, Hilliard slaps at the crossbar.
Like you said, an aggressive goalkeeper, which is, much needed.
Inside Jansen, one of his few shots, he takes it from deep and spins it very close to that crossbar. It was over the top. Well over the top. So still 2-0. The Panthers have to find a way to attack here quickly, and there it's stolen away. Again, the solid play from Tandeschi up front. He's going to maintain, push it off to the right side. Pass to Zerbe is a little bit wide as they try and find him, and Rudka will pick up the ball and reset for the Panthers. Coming up in 23 minutes to play. Rudka trying to reverse the field quickly. Richards instead for the Eagles picks it up along the far side. Zerbe back to midfield. Up front they try to go. Just past Tandeschi. Panthers come back with it. Allen along the left side. Allen has a shot one-on-one, has a chance to beat his defender to the ball. Stops, looking for the one-on-one chance. Help came for the Eagles. Allen still has it, needs some help. Lundgren back, and the shot is up and blocked. And there he is with his red cleats, Noah Olson. Midfielder playing way deep, but he saves possibly a shot on goal right there.
Ben Allen with that breakaway there, I think that 1 second hesitation is what killed him there. But he was really close to getting a great opportunity of scoring a goal.
A lot of help for the Eagles as well to turn that from a one-on-one into a two-on-one. And the toss in. Going to stay here. Still results in a good opportunity. Ben Allen's going to take that corner kick. I didn't think he was going to get to that breakaway originally. A low kick to the front of the net. Lundgren pops it out. Vossen might have helped it, and he gets it up ahead. Tandeschi will clear it all the way out. There's Zerbe on his own on the right. The Panthers have to play solid defense, and they do to knock it away. But there's Richard just to pick it up. He's all alone on the left side. Thought about taking a shot. He hesitates. Pass to the middle, Zerbe, and the shot is picked up by Rudka. Has been tested quite a bit here over the last 7 minutes or so. And he's been up to the challenge.
See Richard down the far side, looking for the assist to Zerbe once again. Just a little bit of a mishit, making the ball spin a bit left from the goal.
Richards had a wide open look at his shot from deep, but had the patience, knowing the time and knowing that they're up 2-0, had the patience to try and get an even better shot.
And they are quite the dynamic duo. They're always there together, giving each other assists and, scoring goals together.
Another goal scorer for the Eagles, Radjenovic, is waiting to come into the game. As the Panthers take over. Radjenovic will come in and replace Zerbe. Both of those two are the top scorers on this team. 2-0. Coming up on 20 minutes to go, so the final 20 minutes for the Panthers to try and make a push here. Both teams undefeated in conference. Both teams looking for a leg up towards the conference championship here even early on.
One thing to note about the Panthers is they did lose their top player last year as he graduated, Mario Allman, who was, you know, their all-star, and they had a comment about that. He is here today supporting them and helps them, but he was definitely one of the key to their games, and, you know, they still think they have a great team, but it's hard losing one of your top players.
Allman, a big part of the 9-1 team in North Suburban play last year. And this year the team off to a good start trying to find that replacement, but sometimes when you face one of the better teams, the top echelon teams, you really do start to miss that top player that you could rely on. And Allman was that last year. Trickles out. Eagles will maintain. As we're under 20 to play, 19:26 to go in the second half. Start even more nervous if you're the Eagles, or if you're the Panthers, excuse me. The Eagles supremely in control. Shot coming up to the goal. Kicked right off the face and a double save by Rudka. As the first shot caromed off his face almost. And then right there to try and clean it up was Tandeschi, and Rudka was there.
Exactly, it was all over the place, you know. Radjenovic taking that shot there. Saved, you know, keeper was there both times. You're gonna have to give credit to, you know, Rudka there.
2 saves for Rudka. Coming back the other way, the Panthers again had a near breakaway. It was just poked out. Some solid defense again close to the net for the Eagles. So the Panthers will get it thrown in close to the goal. They need one right here to feel like they have a chance for the last 18 minutes. Can't get the shot off. Cleared out. Tandeschi playing tough at the middle. And he's going to slow things up. The Eagles fighting for it. The Panthers will come away. Allen up to Lundgren. Near side. Poke it up for Frazier. Along the right, back to the middle. Shot will go wide and to the right. Good pursuit that time for Vredenberg to be there in the middle. Just couldn't get it off the foot strong enough.
The Panthers really worked it down the field there, having some great passing, a lot of great communication there. You know, just couldn't finish once again.
17:56 and counting. Eagles really with less than a half to play now. Can focus on just controlling, playing smart, playing conservative, and playing defensively. Panthers struggling to keep it across the midfield stride. Eagles swarm to the ball and force them all the way back. Long kick to try and reverse the field, but the Eagles are up to that task as well.
Starting to really hear the intensity out there. Both teams screaming at each other and coaches screaming. It's been a really intense game.
It's coming right down to it. Vredenberg up the middle. Pass coming up front and a dive again. An aggressive play by the goalie Hilliard. And he saved that there as Frazier was bearing down on it.
Once again, Hilliard sacrificing the body, taking that dive, saving that goal. That is why his coach is so proud and says he's a really good keeper.
Frazier was right there. Had to jump up and over Hilliard, who ended up on the deck. And a toss in, bounce right back. As Klimek tries to get it in quickly for the Panthers. Tried to catch the Eagles napping just a bit. Up he goes to Frazier. He'll clear right back out to him. Frazier, the pass picked off. And the Eagles get some precious seconds to tick away. The shot cleared out. It's poked back in. Allen will control right in front of his own bench. Back to the middle for Frazier, but the Eagles get there first and clear it all the way out. Clock ticking, headed up to 16 minutes to go. Panthers. All of this just playing into the hand of the Eagles. They can't get it towards the offensive zone. Allen there with a good stream to get it. He's bumped over, and everybody knew that whistle was coming.
You know, Shearman, I don't think that was really intentional. He thought he was going to really take off before it popped up, but the crowd did not like that one.
Not at all. Anytime the player hits the deck with that kind of force.
Right. Which it isn't funny. I just think it wasn't intentional.
It's a little funny.
Yeah.
Yes. The kick not very close there, so not a detrimental penalty. A detrimental free kick, and they do get the shot in front of the goal, but an easy one saved on a couple of hops. Especially easy in comparison to some of the saves that Hilliard has made in this game. Lundgren with the shot. 15 minutes to go. You see the urgency in the way the Panthers are carrying themselves, and a little too urgent.
Flag called because on the line, you know, I've been watching this near side, and they've all been, you know, a step or two inside the line, so I'm sure line ref was just looking to call it this time.
Koenig will just come up again. Throw in deep to Frazier. Allen trying to get it, pops over his head. Allen double teamed along the sideline. The Eagles swarming to the ball. Frazier has Allen to his left. Shot on goal, and a save by Hilliard diving to his left. Ball still in play along that far corner. Another great save as it's poked out. Hilliard, full extension dive, and just watch this one.
Great footwork by Frazier, really splitting the defense, taking a great shot, but Hilliard once again taking that diving save and, you know, really sacrificing everything for his team and the save there.
Had a man in front of his face and still able to see it. The corner kick low along the ground. Popped right back out, and this time another attempt to set it up in front of the goal goes too wide. Spring Lake Park, some good chances, but that young man right there, 8 for 8, and he has been up to the task, the junior Brandon Hilliard.
It's been quite impressive day for Hilliard out there, you know, really sacrificing and taking those leaps, and risks and everything.
Risks that have paid off. That one, so much a desperation. That's exactly what he had to do to keep that from finding the back of the net. It was a great shot, as Rosie mentioned.
Right.
From Frazier. Here, Frazier up ahead again, one-on-one, and Hilliard again diving, sacrifices the body. Frazier goes airborne to avoid him. And Hilliard takes another ball right away from Spring Lake Park. Panthers trying to stay on the attack, under 13 to play. Still time here, but they've got to find that first goal to make it interesting down the stretch.
The last few minutes, you know, the Panthers really have been putting a little more pressure on Hilliard, the goalkeeper for the Eagles, so that is one thing that is necessary at this point.
He's going to boost his average here, came in 71%. 10 of 14. Now with 8 saves on 8 shots in this game. He's looking even better. Panthers loose on the far side, but an errant pass is poked away. And the Eagles able to clear it. Tandesky, and we've got a whistle. And offsides. Tandesky as he touched that. I forget who that was off to his left. That would have been Radjenovic. Tandesky picked that one up. Long pass down the field. Panthers have it in front of the goal. And again, why not? There's Hilliard on the ground.
I mean, like, he's not going to save it unless he has to dive. He's just diving for every single
There are no
shot.
simple saves for Hilliard. Panthers again. Hasn't been simple here for Totino-Grace. They got out to a 2-0 lead early on in this match. They've made it stand up so far with just 11:34 to go. Eagles, no hurry to do anything with the ball around midfield. Panthers finally poke it away.
Seeing great pressure by Schmidt there.
Now the Eagles attacking. Tandesky gets tangled up, no whistle. Lost the ball for a moment, trying to fight back for it. He's been in the thick of things. Panther hits the deck. Tandesky out to Olson. Tries to clear to the left side. It's poked out by Lundgren. But just a wall of Eagles there as Panthers have nearly everybody up front to try and wrestle that ball away. There's a push. And that one's going to be quite the penalty as it sent a player to the ground into the goalie. And that player is still down.
As you see, quite the push. And, I think he hit his nose right on the shoulder right there. And that, they are not happy about that. As you see, that's Dorman right there that got pushed.
Radjenovic with the push, and Dorman is still down. He's moving around out there, but I think Rosie's right. He caught one right on the face. That just does not feel good as he's out there. Attending to him. Hopefully it was just the face. 2-0. As Radjenovic lays the shove. And it turned out worse because the player ended up running into his own goalkeeper. Normally just a shove would send him down to the deck.
Yeah, it was the defense guy. Ready, Josh? Josh, look.
Dorman still down here. The team gathers around on the far side. As you take another look at it. He's unsuspecting he'd stopped going for the ball. He was trying to screen.
Did look like a little
off.
whiplash there as he saw on that replay. Ooh, it's a tough one.
He's up. He's still down over there, actually. He is sitting up now. Dorman has been a key part of this attack for the Panthers. See just a couple of points on the season so far. But he is the go-to guy to key it in along the sideline. He's got that great run-up and that great distance that he can get on just those toss-ins right to the front of the goal. Almost turns into another corner kick.
That's not as easy as it looks.
Right.
Because, that's one thing that's really difficult for me. I play soccer just for fun now, but, it's a lot harder than it looks to throw the ball in. So with Dorman, as you see, that he's walking in, he's feeling okay now, but he has quite the arm on him.
To get the kind of distance that he does, it's not exactly that easy. And Dorman walking away on his own.
A little shooken up, that's all.
Holding that right side of his head just a little bit. Got his bell rung, but it looks okay.
Give a shout out to the Bethel girls out there helping out.
So Ibru Muhammad looks like will come into the ball game. First time we see him in there, as both of these teams don't exactly run very deep as far as a lot of substitutions. Muhammad into the game. Saving grace on that penalty. It's a deep, deep penalty kick from where that occurred. And the Panthers still can't find possession of it. It's poked out along the sideline, and they couldn't save it. So 10-28 and counting, 2-0. Totino-Grace sitting on that lead that they have had at 2-0 since the 20th minute of this match. Too wide, Panthers will take possession quickly. Muhammad fires it in, taking over for Dorman. Can't quite see if he has that distance on that. Wasn't looking for that on that play, just trying to get it in quickly. Dorman's along the left side of the bench here, just watching.
You can start to sense and see the urgency out there. Down to the Panthers 10 minutes around and have to pick it up a bit.
And there was a good play to cut by Frazier to cut in front of the midfielder for the Eagles. He didn't come away with the ball, but he's made it tough here. Vossen had been just owning that mid-circle in the field. Frazier cut in front. There was Vossen to try and get it. And that time Frazier tries to come away, but a strong clear off the foot of Jack Conroy. Now it's up to the Eagles to just finish. Odds are in their favor. Up 2-0 with just 9:15 to go. So the scores for the Eagles came about 6 minutes apart very early on in this game. Panthers on this near side. Muhammad had it wrestled away, but right back on the foot of Anderson. To the front they go. One-on-one, good play. It looked like a trip, and there the whistle comes a little delayed.
Right in the center. Great possibility and opportunity right here for Frazier to take. But it looks like Frazier's going to look to
get to the front of the net.
Exactly.
Nathan Frazier tangled up there. Might have been Conroy that he got tangled up with.
Braden Anderson is going to take that free kick there.
Watch Allen to his left. Allen and Muhammad, the only Panthers to the left of goals. You can see that bunch on the right side.
Time is running.
Kick right to the middle. They try and help it in, but Hilliard's right there. So they tried to put that right to the gap. And hopefully it would find a friendly foot into the goal, but Hilliard was up to the task, and so we stay 2-0 with 7:50 remaining.
I think that was the first save. He didn't dive.
Right. He made it look pretty easy.
Right.
Those do exist in the world of goalkeeping for Brandon Hilliard. There's one's plucked out of the air by the other goalkeeper, Rudka. And he'll change the field quickly with that high kick out towards Frazier. Can't control, but it's popped up. Looking for Allen on the breakaway. Finds it. Left side. Can he get a shot? It's picked off by the Eagles as he tried to center. Frazier right back to it. Muhammad's tripped up. And so again, this time quickly they'll go. Shot bending towards the front of the net.
Not looking to waste any time.
And that
Panthers.
time, the ball overrun just a bit by Kraus. Zerbe able to clear it out. Under 7 minutes to play. Panthers have to go, looking to avoid just their second shutout loss. And their second loss overall of the season. They were shut out their only other loss. Lawson goes down, no whistle. Up for Allen. If he can catch up to it, he might get a shot to set it up, but he's not going to catch up to it as it rolls out the back.
Once again, looking to get that shot for Allen set up there, but that is a left, near side shot. I'm sure it's difficult unless, he uses his left.
He's been making a home over there on that side of the net throughout this second half. A couple of times we've seen the shot or the attempted assist go wide as we come up on 6 minutes to play. Two players got tangled up. We're going to come back the other way this time.
Didn't really see it as an aggressive game until the last few minutes here in the second half, and I think just the intensity has picked up.
It's coming right down to it. It's Totino-Grace with a 2-0 lead on Spring Lake Park. Under 6 minutes to play here on North Metro TV. Lawson with it in the middle. He's been a big part of controlling that ball in the middle of the field for the Eagles once they got their lead at 2-0. Panthers now. Frazier, a little errant on the reverse pass to midfield. Trouble controlling for the Panthers. So they're going to squander a couple of seconds at the very least. They have to go back and recover. And finally boot it out. Finds its way up towards those visiting stands on the far side. Jackson Richards, who had the big first half with the goal and the assist. Big reason why this game is 2-0.
And it looks like Jackson Richards over there on the far side after his throw and went down to the ground. I don't know if he pulled something. But as you see, that's Jackson Richards on the floor there, or on the ground there.
And he's down. And the clock has paused at 5:01. So they'll get the training staff out there for Totino-Grace. So we'll be at 5 minutes here. Rosie, we talked about the odds. We talked about 7 minutes ago about the odds being in favor of the Panthers, or excuse me, of the Eagles. But now even more as each second ticks down.
Right.
As we take a look at Richards here when he tossed it in.
Possibly his ankle. He did drag it aggressively there as he did the throw in there.
So now we've seen one player from each side attended to by the training staff. So 5:01 to go in the second half. 2-0. Totino-Grace with the lead. And the Panthers, Rosie, in the second half have had the recipe for the success, but it's just been the goalkeeping of Brandon Hilliard that's kept him out with a lot of great shots and a lot of great saves on the other end.
Absolutely, I agree. Brandon Hilliard has been sacrificing and taking risks for his team, and has saved every opportunity they have had.
We talked about this game as a big one for Totino-Grace and for the Panthers. Whoever could win would have the leg up. You take a look what the Eagles do next. They go to Fridley, they go out of conference at Stillwater, and then they take on St. Francis, a team that they beat. Check that. A team that Spring Lake Park beat. They go to St. Francis, and then they'll have a big one on the road coming up right after that. They can go through those 2 games in conference and stay undefeated. They'll still be in the driver's seat. And then they'll take on Benilde St. Margaret on the 27th. So some tough games coming up. That Stillwater team beat the Panthers 3-0. So that should be a good one.
That's Richards there. Looked like he's up and feeling a little better. Senior midfielder, one of their captains as well, I believe.
2 points tonight. Goal and an assist.
Not a captain, it's just one of their top players. He's really been all around the field as a midfielder, Really been helping out defensively, offensively, and had a goal thus far.
Second game coming up here in Spring Lake Park later on tonight. It's going to get even chillier for that. We even saw somebody with gloves in the stands as we're getting towards that kind of weather.
I'm a little bit cold up here. It's,
I didn't bring my gloves, so I hope it doesn't get that much colder. 5 minutes to go.
It is nice fall weather, though.
Absolutely. A lot of folks have been waiting for this for a while now. Fall sports, fall weather, and the Eagles trying to wind down the final 4:45 of this 2-0 victory. Zerbay had the shot go off Muhammad. 4:30 and counting. You hear the coaching staff for Spring Lake Park. Keep him in the corner. Don't let that ball get too close to the net. Zerbay fires to the front of the net. Found a teammate. Zerbay. The shot off the head, and it's going to roll. Did that go up and through?
That looked in.
It was.
Just a bit confused.
It did not go in.
Oh.
On up over the top. I was right there with you, though, Rosie. That shot awful close as you get a second look. Great shot. That was Jack Conroy putting it up and just over the top.
Yep.
If it went in, I was wondering how it got on the other side, but I thought it might have snaked its way through. But a great shot off the header.
Rutka was there, and he's the one who hit the post, so making the noise. I couldn't tell, though. Eagles still creating that opportunity and maintaining their lead.
Some controlled aggressiveness, I guess you'd say. They're taking the shot when they can get it. Here's up ahead for Frazier. Chance at a run out. Has one defender with him, and he's pushed down, but the whistle. Did that whistle come to signal out of bounds, or no? We did. So we got the penalty kick, and this will be even better than the last one they had. As it was Frazier tangled up with Bradley Moberg, as you see it again.
Frazier, perfect lead and perfect pass to him. And, he could have had a great shot there, and so that is a good call. Moberg pushing a little bit from behind, taking this penalty kick now. We will see.
I believe that is Gabe Bensad Johnson. Top goal scorer, and he's going to get the best chance here. This will really test Hilliard. At 2-0 with 3:28 to go, so a fortunate penalty for the Panthers. The clock stopped, the penalty kick, on goal. Goal scoring, Bensad Johnson. And it's a 1-goal game.
Great shot, I think that was really smart play there. Wasn't too aggressive, just looking to make that goal.
So the first time that they beat Hilliard is for their first goal of the game to make it a 1-goal score. And there he wound up, and then he just gave it a little poke along the right side. And so with 3:24 to go, it's a 1-goal game. And things get a little more interesting if the Panthers can find a couple more shots.
Bensad Johnson creating a goal for them and putting them on the board for the Panthers.
His 11th goal off of the penalty. And another Panther hits the deck. It was Bensad Johnson himself that time. Frazier in front of the goal. There's Hilliard. And he plucks it out of the air above one of his own teammates. And getting awful interesting with that goal to make it 2-1 now, Rosie.
Absolutely. That was a tough call by Bensad Johnson. Took another shot there, just not enough. But you saw Hilliard jumping up through 2 players to make that save. Once again, credit his great goalkeeping.
37th minute of this second half. They get their first goal, make it 2-1. Now they need another, and they need possession here at the final 2:30. Pass up ahead to Frazier to try and set it up along the right. He has Allen back to his left. He's over on the far side. Frazier one-on-one, fighting towards the goal. Has it on the right side, but it's just going to push out of bounds.
This game has gotten a lot more interesting in the last 2 minutes. The intensity is there from both teams. We're just going to have to see who can finish here.
Clock in favor of Totino-Grace as it spins every time.
Absolutely.
Continues to roll at 2 minutes. The corner kick from the far side. To the front of the goal, a little too high for the header. Muhammad on that far side, he'll pop it up again. Give his teammates another chance. Hilliard had it, lost it, and picked it up again as he fell to the ground. Hilliard might have been beaten once, but he wasn't going to be beaten a second time, as you'll see it pop in and out of his hands.
Muhammad taking that shot there. Hilliard, what a height there. You know, his jump was high. You know, he came down with the ball after that, fumbled it a bit, but, you know, came out with it.
2-1 in favor of Totino-Grace. 1.5 minutes remaining. Quickly, they'll kick it out of goal. So here's Brandon Hilliard. He stopped 9 of 10 shots, the only one on that free kick in front of him. Popped out again. They need a new soccer ball quickly. Muhammad toss it in down the left side, finds it right into the chest of an Eagle. Stolen away by Frazier, who's been right in the thick of things. He forced the penalty that gave him the kick. 1 minute to go. Panthers have to scramble. Zerbay with it on the far side for the Eagles. Lost it for a moment. 50 seconds left. And that's kicked and wasted out.
Eagles looking to waste some time here.
Already. Rudko looking for another ball. And now the whistle blows. And it'll be a substitution for the Eagles. High arcing kick for the Panthers. 30 seconds to work with. Frazier up front. Frazier one-on-one. Frazier to the ground. And the whistle's going to blow. And let's see what they get. They've got to go quickly. They've only got 18 seconds to get this penalty shot off. Shot goes up towards the front of the net. Can't do it. Tried to rush it too much. 12 seconds left. Just didn't have enough time. Muhammad there to poke it out. Eagles have to throw it back in with 6 seconds to go. Going to toss it in with 3, 2, and 1. And the Panthers come up just short as they score late but don't have enough time. And 2-1, the Totino-Grace Eagles score twice in the first half and make it stand up. And some big hugs for that young man, Brandon Hilliard, 9 of 10. 1 goal on the penalty against him. And that is your winner. The Totino-Grace Eagles will move to 4-0 in conference and 4-1 now the Spring Lake Park Panthers. And Rosie, I just don't think you can say much enough about Hilliard.
Interesting finish. You know, it really finished with intensity.
Anytime you can get that goal to make it a 1-goal game, it always gets interesting down the stretch. 2 teams will shake hands and congratulate each other on a well-played match. 2-1, your final score as the Panthers beat the Eagles here on North Metro TV. For everyone with North Metro TV, along with my partner Rosie Erickson, I'm JW Cox. Have yourself a great rest of your night. You've been watching high school soccer on North Metro TV.